Well, what makes everything easier with the audio editing is the fun little tool in Audition, the voice level matcher, basically. I forget the exact name of it off the top of my head. Voice level equalizer, I think it's called, or something like that. Usually, it's the tool we need to basically bring me down, bring Liam up, and keep Jake steady as a rock, because that's usually what it is. I'm usually too loud, and Liam's a little too soft sometimes.
I'm
like
an ASM artist.
You guys like my Cheers cup?
Wow. Did you get that
touristy.
Did you get that at the tourist Cheers?
No, I got it at the real Cheers.
Oh, there you go. Got it at the real thing. You're not a fraud.
No, Beacon Hill, baby.
How about that?
I think the one in Faneuil Hall is gone.
Is it?
I think it was a pandemic
Casualty.
Yeah.
That's sad to hear.
Yeah. All right. Well, you want to get this thing going?
It's already underway.
I didn't. When did we start?
We started a minute and 11 seconds ago.
Oh, great. Okay.
So the listeners know that you're not a Cheers
phony.
faker. Yeah, exactly.
So I was actually thinking on my walk up to my apartment this afternoon. I was thinking, what are we going to talk about today? What is there to say, really?
I had something on the Red Sox.
Okay, well that is what the show's about. So do you want to hit us with it?
Well, it is the Red Sox show. It is Pod on Lansdowne. I am Smmormu, a.k.a. Fitz. Hockey season, a.k.a. Jake. They're wondering what we need to do. And Red Sox Hall of Famer Abraham Almonte, I'm sure, will have some Red Sox steak, a.k.a. Liam. And again, we said this off the air. I have to bring it up again. Liam, folks, and I cannot stress this enough, got an unbelievable haircut for a wedding this weekend.
Where'd you want to promote it?
I went over to, no free ads, but I think it's called, like, Bostonian Barbers.
Bostonian.
It's
Where?
like it's over by it's on Ipswich.
It's bussin'.
Oh, okay.
No, is that
I don't think that's true.
no? Maybe it's Van Ness then that I'm thinking of. It's over by the Target. That's on Boylston.
It is on Van Ness. That's correct.
Yeah. So great place. Had a guy named Bobby. Did a great job. We were chatting it up.
Was it Dahlbeck?
No, it was not. It should have been.
He
But it
should
was
maybe
not.
get his barber license.
Master barber Bobby Dahlbeck.
Perhaps one day soon.
Could you imagine him with one of those like big curly like
Raleigh Fingers looking mustaches.
guy from Portland esque mustache?
Yeah, like Epic Bacon for the win mustache.
Try guys mustache.
Dude, again, I don't know who those dudes are. I went to bed. I took a nap before we recorded today. No, never heard of the Try Guys in my life. I wake up and it's Try Guy frenzy. Jake's tweeting about it. Everybody else is
talking about
tweeting.
it.
It's you can't get enough of these Try Guys, folks. Have you heard about them, folks?
They seem like relics of like the 2011, 12, 13, that millennial like
A bygone age.
like flannels and ice like when conservatives get pissed off about the world today, they point to like those guys. They go like, "Oh, you and your soy milk lattes and your flannels and your beards and your mustache." Like it's that's what they look like to me.
They have a tattoo of that curly mustache on their
Yes.
finger, and they put it up to their nose.
Yes.
Epic Bacon for the win.
Skinny jeans. Those guys all definitely wore skinny jeans.
But I still don't understand like what they do. Like
I think
what
they're
is
just
their
YouTubers. I
what
think
is
they're
their
just popular
thing?
YouTubers.
Chunky, we gotta figure out what your thing is.
Again, having known nothing about them, having just seen that one soy face picture of the guy in question here, they seem like a good mythical morning like type.
Whoa! Don't slander GMM, Mr. Man.
They do. I mean, kinda a little
No,
bit.
I like Good Mythical Morning.
No, they're fine. It's just that's just the aesthetic that they kind of give off. I don't know how to explain it.
Sure. Well, enough about the Try Guys.
I feel like they exclusively open up restaurants that sell burgers that are way too tall and like cannot possibly fit in your mouth without like having to push everything down. There's
The truffle oil.
Yeah, they have a giant steak knife going through the middle of it for some reason.
Yeah.
Like, how am I supposed to eat this?
It's served on a piece of driftwood. You know.
What do they? What do they call that? There's like a specific name for that type of food. I gotta find it.
American.
It's like gentrified burgers, basically.
Gentrification core.
No, but just like that. Just like that type of.
They don't serve fries. It's only sweet potato fries or
gluttonous.
chips.
Do you guys like
gluttonous
sweet potato?
creations.
I'm not a sweet potato fries guy.
Not really. No.
I'll go sweet potato fries.
Every now and again,
I'll
you'll
eat
get
them. I'll eat them. I'll never ever choose them over a regular fry.
I think that's my thought too. I think every now and again you get a solid one, but for the most part they're kind of mid. And sweet potatoes themselves are good, but
Sweet potato waffle fries slap.
see,
I'd rather
like
just have a waffle for
I feel like
Yeah.
any waffle fry slaps, to be honest.
Liam,
maybe
you
that's
look
not a
so
hot take.
handsome. I can't get over it.
Thank you. Thank
Aw,
you. You know, I
thank you.
try.
I keep staring at you. That's a great haircut.
It is. It might be like one of the best haircuts I've ever gotten.
Yeah, you look good.
No lie. Thank you. Thank you.
Zero cap. Great haircut.
Zero cap. No
That
cap.
is no cap, Junior.
Detected.
No cap.
Mount
but speaking
Rushmore
of
type of fries. Because
How many do you? I don't even know a second kind of fry. What's a third?
a steak fry, a crinkle cut fry, a shoestring
okay.
fry.
Got you.
Things
Waffle
of that
fry.
nature.
Okay, Mount Rushmore waffle fry. Curly fry.
Arby's curly fries.
Chicken fry
Goddamn.
from Burger King.
Oh.
And
that's a
chicken
good one.
fried by Zach Brown Band.
Is that 4? That's 3. Well,
You named 3.
I
don't know if I
and
counted
then just
chicken.
a good old McDonald's fry.
I would count that as a shoestring fry. McDonald's
even
fries are
know-
elite.
I didn't even know that had a name. Fitz, thank you.
There
for
you
reminding
go.
me.
You learned something today. The shoestring
Yeah, I
fries are kind of like the smaller, skinnier ones. You get like the ones you get at what's a place you get like shoestring fries at besides McDonald's? Tasty Burger has shoestring fries, basically.
I don't know why they ever got rid of the Tasty Burger that was in Fenway.
No, it's.
Fun
The
fact.
one outside of it's not a bad spot.
Well,
to,
I know the one outside.
Wait, they got
is
rid of
still-
the one that was in the park?
Yeah, like over down the third baseline in the corner.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought I
it's
looked
sad.
right at it last week.
It ain't there.
They're in
guess I
St.
looked at-
Bears situation.
I guess I looked at where it was, and I just.
You just assumed it was
there.
still there.
Yeah.
No,
Oh, man.
R.I.P.
I like Tasty. Underrated food.
Yeah, Tasty Burger's good.
Yeah, not a bad spot to go. Before a game.
Maybe that's what I'll
Yeah,
get for dinner.
around the
Now that
area.
I'm thinking about it.
Well, they're moving it. It's moving from there.
That's right.
Where's it going?
On Van Ness somewhere into one of the newer buildings.
Ah, I see.
Which is good because it's a real
Lot-
waste of real estate over there. They have a parking lot, which is
It's
crazy.
it's a huge lot.
Yeah,
That's good real estate, though.
It is. No, I think like a high rise is
It's,
going there.
it's
'cause
super
Yeah.
helpful to cut through when I need to get to Target. So
nice.
Because of course a high rise is going there.
it's got to.
That's all.
Better than hey, any housing is good housing.
True.
Fair,
Good point.
fair,
Good point.
fair.
It's
Is that
Scabby
take to
no
get me
pena.
canceled? Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's true. That's a good point.
NIMBY Mo Pena.
On my bed. Oh, brother.
But I guess a lot of exciting things happening on Van Ness.
Oh, please go ahead.
I was gonna say like between the barber shop and Tasty Burger and
Yep, that's
new
two
housing.
things right there.
There's a lot. There's
And
a lot going
housing.
on. There's a lot
Yeah.
going on.
All right.
Pretty good for that stretch.
I guess so.
So speaking of those Red Sox, who are officially eliminated from postseason contention,
I appreciate the segue there, Fitz, but we were not talking about the Red Sox.
Well, we were about to talk about for a couple minutes ago. We were going to.
We were circling the area.
Yeah, we
Well, Jake, you said, well, how about the Red Sox? And then I think I kept going about the fucking Try Guys.
as you were right to do.
Yes. As I was talking about gentrified burgers. In any event, the Red Sox officially eliminated from postseason contention. And we could do a formal, eulogizing thing towards, next week when the season is officially over. The season officially ends next week, right? It's just crawling to the
I
fucking
think
finish
it's
line.
it will record again before the season ends.
Really?
That's true.
Yeah.
Well, there'll be because they play
ends on
they play
Wednesday.
Tampa Monday,
Wednesday the
Tuesday,
5th.
Wednesday.
Yeah.
And maybe we eulogize at that point because it's basically over.
Which I did get a standing room ticket to, just because I'm
The
a
last
sucker.
game of the year?
Yeah.
Are you going to run the bases post game?
Hell no.
Why? I'll
once
do
I-
it with
but
you.
once-
I'll do it with you.
Or maybe if somebody does it with me.
Liam just shoving kids out of the way.
Just me and Jake
It'd
frolicking.
be funny to like tear an ACL out there, or, you know. They gotta-
Slip on the hyperextend my knee, rounding second.
The organ has to play you off like. Doo, 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 doo.
Do you guys remember when Stephen Wright dove back into second? John Farrell
Yeah,
had him.
I
pinch
do.
run
It was pinch running in LA.
LA, right? Yeah.
in LA, and he dove back in and he like fucked his hand. Or
And
something.
we're all like,
What
why
was
is
it,
he
his
on?
leg?
Why is it was like ankle, something like that.
Knuckleball? Stephen Wright, he loved
It was
he loved the knuckles. Little too much. Loved his knuckles a little too
Oh
much. Actually.
man,
he was an all-star that year.
Sorry. I've
man.
actually had that joke. I've had that joke in my back pocket for probably 2 months now, waiting
It's
for
been
Stephen
lined
Wright
up.
to come up.
He let it fly.
And there it was.
They got to, so that was chance.
Yep.
Yep. Target looked down the sights and nailed it, folks.
I believe Stephen Wright was acquired for Lars Anderson. Is that correct?
Was he really?
Ooh.
Let
That
me
could
confirm
be.
that.
Can we get someone on that? I think Jake's on the
We
case
need to
there.
we need to hire Joe Rogan's guy who's always like, "Oh, pull it out, pull it out."
Jamie,
Yeah.
we need our own Jamie.
We do.
Oh my God. Okay. Yes, correct. It was July. The trade deadline, 2012. He was the artist formerly known as the Indians traded Stephen Wright to the Red Sox for Lars Anderson.
That's exciting. That's a Charrington masterclass, as far as I'm concerned.
Who said he
yes,
ever
it
made
is.
any bad moves as a GM?
I guess it is. Wright's got a World Series ring.
From
Does
18,
he have,
really?
Does he have 13 and 18?
Or 13.
Yeah, he is too.
Two-time world champ, Stephen Wright, baby.
Jeez.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can't take it from him.
No.
What do you
Steven
think
Wright.
he's up to these days?
I was
Probably
going to say
divorced,
serving
right?
time, but it would appear the case
Yeah.
was retired and dismissed. I see on his Wikipedia
Interesting,
page.
interesting.
Yeah, he's not doing a bid right now for...
Yeah, we won't get into that. Or should
look
we?
Look it up. Yeah, you should.
Should I say it?
No, we won't get into it.
Does the hands. So, the Red Sox, eliminated from postseason contention. Fellas, a little something crossed my desk today
Oh.
from NBC Sports Boston. There's a conversation from Boston Sports Tonight, features, who's on there? I know Utility Lou was on there, Lou Merlone. Who else was on this segment of Tom Giles and John Tomasi also on there. Everyone's favorite, John Tomasi.
Oh, God.
Not a fan.
There is a list.
Yeah, everybody's favorite.
Oh,
Yeah.
I saw this.
There is a list that says, should they stay or should they go? In reference to Red Sox players. And I wanted to get your thoughts on it.
Well, they're late on this because we went through the whole 40
feel like
man a couple months ago, 2 months
Before
ago.
the All-Star break.
Well, there you go. Well, let's retake those temperatures for some of these guys.
All
here.
right, so Fitz, do you want to read the list and we'll just say, like, go section by section and we'll just say if we have any problems.
Let's start with the easier ones here on the market, Bogarts and Martinez, just because they are going to be impending free agents. Keep one, don't keep the other. That's pretty straightforward for me.
Let me be clear.
Well,
I
let
would
me-
bring bring JD back for like dirt. Like I mean he's still like a MLB player, you know. But it would be I'm not paying him more than like 10 million.
Minimum wage and ownership stake in the new Tasty Burger.
Sure. I think Xander's coming back. I think
he has to. I said this
no,
before. I'm going to
mean,
sound
we've
blue in
had
the
this
face.
conversation a couple times now, but I think them being bad this year has like he has to come back now. Like if they were good, that's the kind of thing you get away with, you know, like letting them walk.
Right, like the Braves letting Freddie Freeman go.
Yeah, exactly. They won a World Series, so nobody gives a shit.
Yeah.
We're bad. You can't let your best player walk after a bad. That's a terrible look. You know.
I mean, unless you're replacing
Yeah, they're
him
going to get
with
fucking screwed or roasted.
Swanson or Trey Turner.
Which they're not going to.
No.
They overpay for Dansby Swanson, who's a fine player.
Turner
He's
is the
having a
only
great
one I
year.
would say is like
Turner's
a
the one I
clear-
want.
Yeah.
Yeah, Turner's
Like,
that guy.
A real athlete. Sounds like Correa. I saw something on Twitter today connecting him to the Cubs because apparently the Cubs are going to spend this winter.
Are they trying to give out the bag this offseason? That seems a little.
That's what I've been hearing, which is bizarre.
Do they like?
Not really.
They have a farm even? Are they like?
That
some good young players. Brendan Davis is a good.
We call that a Rockies just giving out the bag
what the
for
hell?
no reason at all.
I saw a tweet that said that Chris Bryant has more tweets than games played this year, 13-12, and he's making however much money this year.
I don't want to blow. That was a stat. That was a fake.
A fax. It was like Fox Sports.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
That's fun. Still funny to think about.
Fitz ate the garbage today.
I did eat the garbage. Hand up.
Okay.
It happens to everyone. It happened to everyone. It happened to me.
I believe Bryant played like 40 games this year, I think.
Yeah, he wasn't around much. It's okay, though, Fitz.
It feels like...
Got porch sports earlier in the summer.
Yeah.
When
happens to everyone.
Back.
You know what? Yeah. Better for it to happen here than to actually happen on the timeline where it get dunked on.
That's true.
Sure,
I'd rather do it among. I'd rather do it among friends. Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, I'll tweet that you ate the garbage later on, but that's
They'll have to listen to find out what it means.
Yeah, you're right.
Exactly. You know, that's how you boost listener numbers right there. It does feel like he only played like 12 games though. You hear nothing from Chris Bryant this year.
Well, you don't hear anything about the Rockies. Period.
In general,
I mean, I don't.
Besides
other than when
handing,
Arenado was like making Gold Glove plays, that was really all you've heard.
Daniel
about
Bard getting
they're such a weird
extension.
organ. We need to do a deep dive into that organization for the offseason. Just a full episode dedicated to how fucking weird.
Yeah, John
that
Boyce should really do a Rockies episode.
Yeah, he that editorial style he does, like very slow zoom ins onto a headline about Michael Kadire getting his hand cut in a toaster or something like that.
That's a name. Batting champion, Michael Kadire.
That's right. Cuddy.
That's right.
Mets legend.
Yeah. They gave him the bag, didn't they?
Yeah, and then he retired and gave the second year back to him.
Well, that was nice of him.
I would never. You would never catch me giving up millions of dollars.
No. Okay, Fitz. What was the second?
Beta move by Michael Kadire.
Yeah, that is a beta. I had a joke about the dinner with Jay-Z, but then I lost it. So let's continue.
It'll come back to you.
Good reference to make whenever. So I'll jump around this list a little bit just to spice it up here. So on the market, Bogarts, Martinez want to keep / under contract. They have Trevor Story, Kike, Arroyo, Connor Wong, Reese McGuire, Rob Refsnyder, Tristan Casas, Rafael Devers.
I don't know what that means. I don't know what
that
means.
They want to keep them / they're under contract. Yeah, that's pretty straightforward.
Yeah,
okay.
We'll see him on the field next year.
I would listen if you get a good offer for Christian Arroyo. I'm taking it. If you can get like a really good late inning bullpen guy or somebody blows your balls off with an offer, I think you have to take that.
Just who's going to come knocking for that?
He can be an everyday player if he stays healthy, and a good one too.
That's a big if.
But then, it's just he's never.
And if you do re-sign Xander, he's got no home, so cash out, I guess. I'm
just trying to think like what kind of a caliber reliever you could realistically fetch for Christian Arroyo.
I don't have a name. I'm just saying like of those
it's an
names
interesting
you just
thought.
gave. Yeah, of those names you just gave, he's the one I would say is like real bait they have if they're. I mean, Heim, I imagine is going to make a trade this offseason. Arroyo's probably the guy most likely to get traded, I would say, on the team.
I guess Refsnyder would maybe be second place there, but I like him as a
I'm penciling him as the fourth outfielder next year.
Well, that's what I mean. I like him as a fourth outfielder, but out of those other guys there, I mean,
I want
who's expendable.
Ref starting every single time they play a lefty. Like, what's he hitting? Like, I think he's hitting like 360 off lefties or something. He's a great piece. Just a
very good find.
That's a Heim special right there. Just a garbage heap piece, and he's been really good.
Yep. He loves the dumpster.
Good defensive replacement. Not interested is the next one.
Okay, let's hear it.
All right, this is not interested. Bobby D, Franchi, Duran, Jeter Downs, and Liam, your boy Abraham Almonte.
So what does that mean? Like dump
the only
them?
ones.
Like dump them or
Yeah, they say they these guys on NBC Sports.
So Liam, you were saying Franchi and Downs.
Franchi and Downs, the only ones
I agree with you. Franchi's raw power is enough to just keep him in Worcester, like when you need, It's not. He's not hurting anybody down there.
Right.
I hope.
I don't get
far as I
the so much animosity towards Jeter Downs. I know he's been awful to start his career, but he hasn't even had
He's only getting
at bats.
he's just only gotten like flashes.
Right?
If he wasn't traded for Mookie, I don't
understand
think he would be. I don't think he would be in that part of the list. Like
Yeah,
if he was just some guy they drafted and developed, it'd be like, okay, sure, yeah, let him play in Worcester.
Yeah, he hasn't even had 50 at bats yet. Like I understand it's been bad, but you can't really.
The team has been so
that much of a
like
feel from it.
Dahlbeck, for his own sake, I think you have to trade him. It's clearly not.
He's out.
Again, he seems like a good guy, but it's not working here.
He feels like a guy who would dominate at like Coors or something like that. Like, you know what?
Oakland. He's an Oakland A. If I've ever
he's
seen
totally
an
an
Oakland
Oakland
A,
A.
it's Bobby Dahlbeck.
He's
It's
gonna
like
love playing for the Texas
Sean Murphy,
Rangers,
welcome
right?
to Boston.
I would say there was that.
Thank you for your input there, Sophie. I heard that in the background.
I didn't know if that picked that up.
It did.
The game, what's today? Tuesday. I guess it was Saturday night, maybe, or Sunday night at Yankee Stadium. Cassis and Dahlbeck were batting back to back. Cassis has like this 9-pitch AB. He takes some beautiful balls. Like,
Is this when
He's got
Bobby
a
came
great
up
eye
in,
at the plate. I'm fucking
in the
with
top of
you.
the
seeing
ninth?
eye, like it's like a masterful walk, and then Dahlbeck comes up, he strikes out on 4 pitches. And it was like, if that's not a microcosm of these two guys and
That's
where
snapshot.
they, but yeah,
I am fucking with Casas's plate approach. By the way.
Yes.
of course.
They
Big time.
need more guys like that.
Yeah, of course. And then Duran, personal vendetta aside,
Kill him.
yeah, kill him, murder him. Actually,
But no, I don't
maybe
want. I
bleep
don't
that?
want him.
I don't know.
I don't
I'm
want
not
him.
sure.
Yeah, maybe we'll probably cut
Maybe
that
write
out.
that
but,
down.
Yep. Keep
but no,
talking.
I don't want him anywhere near the Red Sox
Yeah.
organization.
I mean,
next year.
re-signing Kike, I think
Gives
that's
you,
enough
like-
insight as to how they view him. You
Right.
know?
And the fact that they're
What is he,
putting
he's
Abraham
27?
Almonte.
He's gonna be
in center
27,
field
right?
now. Yeah, it's not like he's like a young
I mean,
prospect.
It might be time to be a family man. That's an old man, and I mean, you're in the minors.
That's
January,
a
go to Asia.
that's a
Light
fact
up,
about
light up the KBO. I don't care.
that's a fact about Duran that I feel like keeps getting lost in the shuffle whenever you talk about him. It's not like he's this
It's not like he's 21 or
21-year-old
24.
Right, he's not like this 21-year-old project, that has a ton of raw tools and you're just trying to iron it out from there. No, that's like it's put up time for him, or it's been put up time for him, and he has not put up. So, yeah, I mean, he on that not interested list. I agree there. I gotta say,
mean,
I'm
he
in
was
agreement.
yeah, okay.
I mean, next
one?
year's his age 26 season.
Yeah, he's cooked.
He's cooked.
And you know what? If he goes somewhere else and lights it up,
Good for him.
yeah, good for him. I won't care.
seen-
I mean,
I've seen
It's not gonna happen here.
Yeah, I'm all set. So
I've seen enough. He can't hit the fastball. Can't hit the curveball.
you gotta hit one of them. You gotta hit one of them.
It's just, and he's always playing with his stance too. It's
Oh my
like
God!
there's zero
Breaking
consistency.
news! Breaking news! I don't really like Deadpool, but Hugh Jackman is coming back as Wolverine for Deadpool 3.
What?
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting.
That is interesting. I figured he was done after Logan.
That's funny.
He's gonna eat some chimichangas with Deadpool.
I mean,
And it's gonna
hey,
be quite the
I'm
bit.
sure they gave him the bag only, so good for you, Hugh. Milk it for all it's worth. Whatever.
Secure the bag.
Yeah, at all costs.
If they
All
let
right,
him do
well,
that, they'd let him do
That was
another
breaking news.
CD movie.
Skippity-bop! That was breaking news in the entertainment world.
There you go.
We cover it all here. At
We
Bottom
do.
Line
Don't we? That's why people come here. is to
Politics,
get a little
entertainment,
taste of everything.
sports. Yeah,
A little smorgasbord.
international
bag.
affairs.
Yeah.
You never know what
what's,
you're going to get on the show.
What's Group 3, kid?
The final group, well, Group 4, is Up in the Air, which is listed as Tommy Pham, Eric Hosmer, and Alex Verdugo.
Why is Verdugo up in the air?
Yeah,
That
Verdugo
makes
being
zero
there
sense.
is insane.
He's been hitting 300 since like May 1st.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And look, I have my moments where I'm not so high on Verdugo. He can be frustrating every now and again, but at the end of the day, he's still a damn solid player.
He's a valuable corner outfielder.
Right? We've said it before on the show. We see him as a solid contributor to a very good team. There's nothing up in the air about that. He's just a solid player. If the defense can get even better, well, then that only obviously increases his value.
Yeah, if there
playing
was
in the outfield of Fenway.
If there was, say you had one of your outfield corners, say you had a really great player in your other corner, and there are guys in free agency available, but that would have to be the case. Like you have one and you go and sign one, then you maybe trade Verdugo. Like if you think you can get something of value for him, along with signing somebody to fill his place. But I don't. With the way the team's constructed, that would be absurd to just be like, we don't need this guy. You know?
Yeah, Kike and Verdugo are the only locks for your outfield next year. That doesn't make any sense.
67th percentile xWOBA for Verdugo, by the way, which is better than what I thought it was going to be. To be honest with you, he doesn't strike out. Expected batting average is 94th percentile. Again, not going to slug a ton. He's not going to hit a ton of home runs.
Just wait till that shift goes away. We've been saying it. Jake's been saying it.
Expected slug, 69th percentile, actually. I'll have you know. Nice. I just need the outfield defense to be a bit better on his end. It's not awful, but it's not great.
I mean, he's fine in left field.
I was gonna say that's what left field at Fenway is for.
Right.
Certainly don't want him in center. Right field in an emergency, sure, fine. But left field's where he should be every time.
16th percentile outs above average, but if you use that in left field, I'm sure he'll be fine going forward. He's a solid piece. He's a solid piece, guys. You know? Solid piece.
Yeah, as an aside, I'm almost certain they're signing Nimmo, I think
that makes sense.
They're either going to trade for an outfielder or sign one. So,
and I don't think trading for one's the way to go.
Trading for pitching is probably the way to go this offseason.
That's what
for sure.
Yeah.
Realistically, who are like 2 or 3 pitchers, starters or relievers, that you think the Red Sox could go after, and you'd be like, it would tickle your fancy. Generally speaking. Don't even think about the contract situation too much. Just the certain archetype of a pitcher.
The problem with baseball right now is like the second a guy is good, he gets traded. Like a bad team will not keep a guy around a good player for very long. You know. So I'm just trying to think of guys that are stuck on like shit teams right now.
I mean, just based on like Heim's philosophy, I feel like we'll end up with a guy like Merrill Kelly from the Diamondbacks.
I don't mind. He has
a mid-rotation arm who's got high upside.
Up and down on him. He is up and down. He has moments where he looks like a world beater, and then there are times where he just looks like a batting practice.
Like anyone in that sort of tier, we could probably fill out a whole list, but guys like that, I imagine, is who he's targeting first and foremost. Because a guy like Zach Gallen, I don't know why the Diamondbacks won't hang on to him. What I
would do for Zach Gallen.
That's going to take a huge return.
You don't think they'll hold on to him?
I don't think they will. I don't know what Arizona does. They're like they're Rockies 2.0. The NL West is a strange place.
It is. I think they can hold on to him. They seem to be. They've got some pieces.
Are they on the up and up? I mean, what's that?
Corbin Carroll just came up. Alec Thomas is a good player. Dalton Varsho is a good player. They've got who's that buddy there that Lawler they drafted. They didn't get Marcelo, obviously, because we did. They got who they take there to Khalil. Did they take him? Am I hallucinating? I might be hallucinating some. The point
being, I'm not certain they would trade him.
They've got Marte locked up, I think, next couple seasons. They've got some young, interesting pieces going forward.
I don't know. I mean, and we always say like it's not our money, and it's not as far as paying free agents and stuff. But I really don't. I mean, you could probably count on one hand the amount of really big free agent pitching signings that have really
worked out.
Like it's. Yeah. I mean, as always, a free agency's a crapshoot. You never know. Like, and you're paying for the beginning of these contracts, but pitchers, it's like.
You have no idea.
It's scary. Like I'd be scared to shed out the bag for. I don't even think there's anybody this year, but there's like I mean who even the guys there's like I mean imagine you pay DeGrom
Verlander
and he's cooked What do you
Verlander.
do?
Technically,
Verlander.
I think DeGrom technically could be a free agent. I don't think they let it get to that point, though.
Nah, that wouldn't happen.
No, he said he is going to free agency.
Is he?
I think that the Mets
Well, he
will...
said he's opting out. He said he's going to opt out.
Well, yeah, well, the Mets will not let it get to the point where he walks, is what I mean.
Uncle Steve will take care of him.
Yeah. I mean, I'd like Bassett, I guess.
Bassett would be a nice get.
That's like a good... I don't know. Do you need an ace?
What about like a Pablo
ace
Lopez from Miami?
these days?
That's like that. That's another kind of guy. Like, they're not.
I'd like Pablo Lopez.
There's also not that many aces anymore, you know?
It's true. I mean, Sandy is
Sandy
far
is
and away, in my opinion, a true
another
number
guy.
one.
Like I would, you who's the what's her name? GM in Miami. What's her name? Tip of my tongue.
Kim? It's Kim something, isn't it?
Kim Ung, right?
That sounds right, yes.
I'm gonna pull it up.
Well, why, though?
Yeah,
What's your
it's
point?
Whatever she wants for Sandy Alcantara. That's what I was gonna say.
yeah. I would.
Yeah, like
I would,
he,
give, I
that
would hand
would
out
he,
the bag to a guy
he
like
would
that.
make sense for them to trade. You'd get a bat. They would get a million things back for him, and that team isn't good anyway.
Yeah, I mean Sandy's a horse too, man. Sandy will
But also,
go
I don't think
8 innings
I don't
every
think
time.
the Boston Red Sox, as constructed, are at a point where they want to do that sort of thing yet. That's like a 2 years from now thing, or maybe next off season. You know, I don't think. Like, they're not in a position to go make a blockbuster trade where they give up a bunch of their prospects and...
Yeah, not at this rate.
It's not like the
Like the 2021
2016
Dodgers
off season or the 2017
Yeah.
off season. Like with this team, I don't really know if they're on the cusp of immediately competing again next year.
Like, they need a lot of those guys. A lot
Yeah.
of those guys. Like, you need
they-
Casas, you need Bayo, you need...
you can't just immediately all package them up, and
Yeah.
then the team's so there are already so many holes. So you're just making your situation
that's not
worse.
the move. That's not the move.
there are
right now.
there are a lot of holes on this roster.
I'd say you're going free agency and you're going the scrap heap this offseason. I'd be surprised if like a big blockbuster happened. I don't think they're in that position.
You guys want to know something? Listen to this. For Sandy, outside of the Mickey Mouse season, 2019, he made 32 starts. Last year, he made 33. This year, he's already made 31. He pitched 197 innings in 2019, 205 last year. He's already at 220 this year.
That's a horse.
Do we think his arm? I mean,
Just hope his
then you're like,
arm
oh,
doesn't fall off the shoulder.
there's going to be a lot of mileage on that arm. Like a Felix Hernandez in Seattle type situation. Run him into the ground. But, Marlins. Did you see they were trying to get the Mets fans out to the ballpark?
Yeah,
The
that's
Braves
weird.
are coming to town. What happened to Shame?
All right, guys. Okay. How many days after the last out, October 5th, do you think it'll take the Red Sox to, if they are, to extend Devers and Bogarts?
They will wait.
I don't think they'll wait on Devers. They would have to do it before the winter meetings because they're going to trade him if it's not done by then.
It would happen in like November, so
Yeah.
like 45 days.
Okay.
Devers, it's not going to happen like anytime
Quick.
soon.
I'm gonna look at the calendar.
Devers will be long. Xander, if they're going to extend him, I think they get that squared away just because he's the first, just by nature of his deal expiring, that they would take care of that first.
I'm going to say they sign him to an extension November 18th. They'll
Who is
announce it-
that? Who are you referring
Devers.
to?
Devers.
What day
Alright.
of the week is that? Devers
It's a
gets
Friday.
one
It's a
November
Friday.
18th. That'd be a hell of a Friday.
Yeah. Right before Thanksgiving.
What about Xander then?
I feel like Xander might take a little longer.
See, I'm the opposite. I think Xander would get taken care
No,
of
no,
first.
Fitz, because they can't. If they are going to extend Devers, he'll be off the team after the winter meetings. Like, he won't be here.
Right.
That's when
winter
he's getting
meetings are
traded.
in December.
Yeah, no, I know, but you're saying a little longer. What's a little longer than November is December.
I'm saying it'll take longer for Devers.
Yeah, what? Yeah, I know.
I don't know how long that would take.
Okay.
I mean, I feel like you have to prioritize Devers though. Like get that done and then focus on the rest of your to-do list. Like that's the big one. Get it out of the way first. Why wouldn't you?
Just the answer.
Well, you know, why wouldn't you have done it a year ago?
Yeah, I guess you could ask that.
If we're talking like that, but
you need an answer to the Bogarts question sooner rather than later, though. I think that would be the first order of business.
I disagree.
Oh.
I disagree too.
Well, you're both fired. How about that?
There goes the dental.
Because at least you would have a full season afterwards to negotiate Devers. You know what I mean?
No, but
full
they
off
don't.
season after that.
They don't. They do.
Why not? What do you mean? He's under
Because
contract
remember
for next year.
when Mookie, the whole thing was if he's not signed to a contract
He's
by like the winter meetings or around there, they're going to go get value for him. Like they are not gonna have more than 2 months.
Bet against their own leverage. I see what you mean now. Okay,
Yeah.
that makes more sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, watch them move Devers. That'd be the funniest outcome, quite honestly.
No, it
wouldn't,
wouldn't.
though.
No, it would not.
Really, with Mookie, listen, we don't need to rehash this, but with Mookie, it's like
Rehash away.
okay, I will rehash. Mookie, frankly, I'll take heat for this. I really do not think he was gonna resign unless they.
I disagree.
No,
I disagree.
Fitz, listen to me. It took a pandemic.
Yeah, that's what fucked it all up.
It took a pandemic for him to not go to free agency. He was a lot. He said he was going to set the value for his cohorts, and then the world ended, and then 3 months later, he took a contract that with the money
we had already offered,
with
right?
the deferred money was worth less than what the Red Sox offered him a year prior, or no, not a year, 6 months prior, whatever it was. Like, he is getting paid. He is making less money on his deal than the Red Sox offered him.
If the Red Sox had actually acted seriously and not unseriously from the get-go and offered that, then he would have signed it. But they didn't. They honey-dicked him along until it was the last possible moment, and then they came with that offer. But this is the same song and dance with the Red Sox. They always try to lowball honey-dick their homegrown players when they try to extend them, and then at the last possible moment, then they come with the deal that they could have maybe not even started with, but at least like been close to that, been serious. I think that's more my point. It's that if they had actually acted like a serious organization from the get-go, they would have gotten something done.
Like, obviously, we'll never know the real ins and outs of it unless somebody like writes a book or some shit, but it's like Devers I won't defend for 1 second if they let him go, but Mookie I really don't know. I don't know. I really think he was going to go to free agency regardless, and
I think so too.
And then COVID happened. I genuinely, in my heart of hearts, believe that.
I am of the opinion that if they actually stepped up and seriously provided an offer instead of remember in, what was it, 2017, they offered him some bullshit offer and then they ended up going to arbitration instead. It was record-breaking arbitration, but
but also
some,
to be fair, he did not. He had one really great season.
Yeah, 16. He didn't have 18 at that point yet, right? Yeah, then price of the brick went up, to quote Marlowe from The Wire. But after that, at that point, I mean, that was just a sign of things to come in terms of them just not stepping up to the table and giving their best shot up until it was too late. So if I don't know, it's again, you're right. It is all just kind of conjecture and what if this, that, the other.
He said, I mean,
Yeah.
there's no. But yeah,
hopefully they learned their lesson from the whole Mookie thing when it comes to.
And also, I know that they have this
Devers.
reputation where they don't pay their homegrown guys.
Because they don't.
Is it just Lester and Betts? I mean, what are the other big?
Well, Damon's not a homegrown guy, but when I say homegrown, I mean stars, hitting the market. They have a very long and bad history compared to other marquee teams when it comes to splitting up with whether it's a homegrown guy or still like a cornerstone guy for a championship team. Like the Damon thing is always the first one I go back to. That was a fucking mess. The Lester thing was a mess. Mookie thing was a mess. The Devers and or Bogarts thing could become a mess. We've seen this movie before with the Red Sox.
I suppose. I guess my point was I don't think any of them were egregious until Mookie, like talent-wise. There was,
I agree with that.
I love John Lester. I love him to death. That was not a great contract that he got from the Cubs. Like, he was really good for like 2 of those 7 years. There was a Twitter thing a little while ago, and people were remarking on the Red Sox history with this stuff, and it's like, I don't know. They pick and choose. I feel like, I don't know. It's.
I think Lester was good for a couple years after.
Devers, I will kill myself though, just to be.
John Lester in Chicago.
He was good. He was good in 18, but really, I mean, 15, 16, 18. Really the only years you could say where he was
with
like
the
leading
Cubs.
that staff.
With the Cubs, 3.64 ERA, 2.45 WHIP. It's average.
Like, he was fine. I mean, I don't think it like crippled the franchise that they let him
8.5
walk.
K per nines, but he was never a huge strikeout guy in the first place.
I'm just saying, I think Mookie's one thing, but the history of it is a kind of another, in my opinion. I don't think it's as bad as people like to say, is all.
I think it was really bad. You were heartbroken. It's your Twitter banner.
No, Mookie, I was heartbroken. Listen, over the years, 2.5 years it's been, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I've like, you read the things and just I don't know if this was. I think he was hell-bent on testing the market. I think LA was, it seems to me, was like where he wanted to go. Like, he seems like he's living it up out there relative to Boston. It seems like he's like made.
Oh, I'm happy that Mookie is.
I know. I'm not even.
Smiles.
I mean,
still playing great.
I am too.
You know?
I'm just saying, like, he seems like that's more his vibe. And I think, especially with the money thing, I think the pandemic and I don't know. I care about it less and less.
I think the pandemic gives the Red Sox a perfect excuse to be out of that. You know what I mean? There's the pandemic. John Henry there doing his just evil maniacal hand rubbing thing like, ooh, this is the perfect excuse.
Okay, how about this? If Mookie, I know this won't happen. If Mookie tomorrow says, yes, if the pandemic never happened, I was going to go to free agency regardless, how would you feel? Like, would you say, okay, then the trade was right to do?
I still think that the Sox should have stepped up and signed him. Again, not my money, man. I still think they should have signed like a top 5 player in baseball we've seen for however many years. But
I'm okay.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do, Liam? What are your thoughts?
I mean, I think it all comes back to the pandemic. I don't think of it as like an excuse, but if you think of like where he was,
I just think it's real convenient for the Red Sox that the.
Well, no, like they can easily use that, but at the same time, like, we didn't know if we were gonna have a season, and then a lockout was coming, like, which we kind of knew was coming regardless. So I don't know. I mean, at that point, it's like, okay, I'm with this new team. Don't know if there's going to be a season. There could be like labor strife in the next 12 months anyway. I'll take the bag.
Mookie's stats are very interesting, like how he's changed as a player the last couple years. Very interesting.
Still a damn good player, man.
Like he slugs way more, like he's more power oriented, but his average has dropped quite a bit.
But I mean, if he's providing more power, you'll take
No, I know. That's
off,
an interesting, like, for such a little guy, it's
Right.
weird that that's the way it went with him.
God damn, he's got 35 bombs this year.
Yeah, and he's only hitting 268.
Oh, God. He used to play on this team.
He doesn't steal anymore either, which is interesting. I guess he kind of slowed that down.
Steals will go back up again next year, though, with the bigger bases.
Yeah?
Yeah, you're already closer to second
Does he
base
walk?
than first
Does
base.
he walk a lot?
Yeah, he
Less than he used to.
still a little less. Okay. Still, like, at a fair clip, though?
He's got he's got 52.
Mookie,
I mean, as long as the OPS is around 850 every year.
with the defense he plays, yeah.
Yeah.
Base running. God damn it.
Mookie Betts, let's see what his walk rate is, according to Savant. If the Savant ever wants to load.
Oh, he
Dodgers
missed.
are so freaking good, man.
I didn't realize he missed a good chunk of. Yeah, I guess he's walking at a similar rate to what he used to.
54 percentile there, which not amazing, but he still finds a way to get on base one way.
I guess
or the
my
other.
point. I'm not even saying it in regards to like his contract or anything. It's just interesting how he's changed as a player the last 2 years.
Adapting.
I guess. What do you think? He lost a step, so he decided to go all in on hitting bombs.
Or maybe just the nature of the pitches he's seeing, with how good that lineup is. People have to be more aggressive with him, and he's just, he's been able to square up with more with what he's been offered, I guess. Maybe that's...
His 2018 was unbelievable.
He was so fucking good, man. He was so good. Everything.
346.
And now it's over.
346, 32 home runs, 30 stolen bases.
We really had it all, didn't we?
We did. Sometimes it's kind of crazy that in 2019 they couldn't even sneak into the playoffs, considering you had Devers, who had become a real baseball player by then, Mookie, Xander, and JD. Like, you'd think that'd be enough. No? Like, they were all near,
That was 500 sound. Yeah.
Yeah, like that year is still the crazy. I mean, it all went. We like to say it all went wrong this year. It all went wrong that year. Like every single thing that could have gone awry was 2019. Very disappointing year, but it was okay because they won the World Series the year before, so we got over it, didn't we?
Yeah, I feel like 2014 and 2019.
Don't give a shit.
I got nothing.
No.
Like memory bank was still hung over from the World Series, so
Yeah,
those years they're a blank slate.
they don't hurt me.
I've got maybe like a handful of memories from each one. It is what it is. Watch them win the World Series next year. Look back on this episode. Like, I don't even know if they're going to compete next year.
I was going to say, memory bank is kind of drying up right now.
They'll compete next year. I really do.
Well, yeah, I mean,
A lot went wrong for this team.
this year was
their
so
fault, but
stupid.
also not their fault, too. There was a lot of injury bad luck.
Yeah, I mean, even without the injuries, like they're still in the hunt. What's the phrase I'm looking for?
Listen,
in spite of some of the management decisions.
If that ball doesn't come back and break Sale's finger in his
Second
sixth
outing.
inning, his sixth inning back, I think they got it. I think they would have. I don't know if we would have made it, but we would have been in there this last week, like in the hunt.
Yeah, like I feel like we would have been with the Orioles, like
Some-
four or five back.
Some interesting baseball to be played towards a stretch instead of just crawling to the finish.
I mean, you guys forget, he came back, and it was like, oh, we're making a little push. We got to push. And then when did Story get hurt? Was it right before
Like right
that?
after his first start.
Yeah, so I mean it all hit like a bus.
Yeah,
That
at the
was
same
like
time.
we were kind of cooking for a sec there.
We were riding high off 20 wins in June, and then that's as high as we got.
I was looking at their
In hindsight,
Yeah,
that's
so-
where the season ended.
So on July 10th, we were 47. Well, no, actually, that was okay. On the 4th of July, we were 45 and 35,
God damn it.
and then we lost to the Rays the next day. And then by the All-Star break, we were
awful
4 games
series
after
in
the All-Star
Tampa.
break. 4 games after the All-Star break, we were 49 and we were
That
48
series
and
in
48.
Tampa sucked. That was the Story
That's
injury one.
when Story got hurt. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I think Sale got hurt in the Yankees series a few days
Yeah.
after. Like it all just went
So
south.
within like 10 days.
Yeah.
That was the end of the season. Yeah, the season is fucking over.
The season is fucking over. I mean,
Jover.
if you look at the problems this team had on opening day, a lot of them are already remedied. Like, we have a first baseman that can at least play first next year. You know, we'll see how he develops as a hitter, but we'll see how he develops as a hitter as far as hitting.
There's a noted lack of Ryan Brazier going forward.
Well, we don't know that. I
think
if I was a betting man,
he might have some dirt on John Henry.
Yeah, if I was a betting man, I bet he still is on this team next year.
John Henry was with him on January 6th. John Henry, Smiley, and Ryan Brazier stormed the Capitol together.
I pray and I hope we'll have a right fielder. Short and third. I'm gonna just say they come back so that I don't have to freak out about those two positions. Story, I think, will not have to have his spring training be April and May.
Fair.
I think we have a catcher. I think he's good, and he might be him.
Like literally, just your infield's on lockdown for the next 6 years at least.
Just pay your guy.
If you keep
you don't
Devers and Bogarts.
You don't have to worry about a damn thing for 5 years in that infield if you just pay the two of them. You literally have you have the top infield prospect in baseball, one of, and you could say I don't really care about
the
him
infield
for
prospects
the next couple
like
of years.
Nick York, too. Like,
yeah, you say I don't care. You say maybe I trade you. I don't know.
Or make them outfielders.
Or go play the outfield.
Rafaela's coming, so
yeah,
that's your center fielder.
Just pay, if you just pay
2024.
Xander and Devers, you can kind of sit on your hands as far as the offense goes for a couple
see
years.
where the chips
like
fall.
it's really you really don't have to go bananas. Fitz, you've gone radio silent over there. Is everything okay?
I'm sorry. I was about to say I have to interrupt. New Era dropped more really bad hats, folks.
Oh, send them to us.
Just sent it. I hate to derail the Red Sox conversation. You're all making great points. Yes, I did. I wanted to let you guys keep going with that because it was a good conversation there. I didn't want to jump in.
The most intense conversation we've had about the Red Sox.
Oh, these are great.
2 months.
I'm interested. That bear one is actually gas.
Those are awful, dude. What are you talking about?
Are these the?
No, I think those might cross over into being kind of fun. Is there a Boston one?
There might be.
Oh, are these the national park ones?
Yes.
I saw these the other day. Yeah.
Do we have like an Acadia one?
Why is there a big fish next to the Mets one? That actually looks like a funny Twitter bet, like women fear me, fish want me, or fish fear me, women want me kind of deal.
Here
the Mets hat.
Here, I've got the Red Sox. Oh, ours is just a fish.
Just a fish.
Yeah. That kind of. Never mind. I mean,
it's a big bear for the A's. There's a marlin next to another marlin for the Marlins. It's a Florida Marlins logo. Now I'll give them credit for that. Go back to the Big F.
Very good audio we've got going here.
The White Sox one is a deer for some reason. Everyone knows that on the south side of Chicago, it's known for their big game hunting. That's
Yeah, who's this for?
Who is it for? I don't know. A New Era fitted, meant for dads? This is...
Yeah, the Marlins one goes kind of hard, I have to say.
Jay, could you quote the Red Sox one in there? And put it on the pod account, Jesus.
Yeah, I'm trying to...
They picked three animals and then just put them... just randomized. Why is there a deer on the Pittsburgh hat? Why is there a fish on the Yankees hat?
It's so funny that Liam and I were having a real conversation there about this team's future, and now we've just gone, look at these hats with kooky animals on them. How silly.
Oh, that's bad.
Women want me. Baseball teams fear me. So I'm tweeting for the pod account.
I mean, there's some even uglier ones if you just go right to the Red Sox. Some of these are offensive.
This is incredibly cool and incredibly dumb. God, they suck. New Era is so... God. They cannot get out of their own way.
Yeah, sure.
So yeah. Anyways, the Red Sox baseball team themselves. You just
Anyway, I was just saying.
secure the
I was
infield.
just saying. Yeah, just secure the infield and then go sign Nimmo, and then just figure out and then you're all set there for like at least a couple years, and then just go figure out the pitching. That's a whole thing.
And then figure out who goes on what duck boat, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's all you need to do.
Pitching is going to be really interesting to see what they do going forward there. Again, you're going to have to trade market's probably going to be the best avenue
Listen,
to plug in holes.
This is bleak. The way it looks is like you might have to kind of count on Sale being something next year, which is so.
No, not kinda. Not kinda. It's
No, yeah,
definite.
you're right. You just have to. Yeah.
I mean, is he healthy right off the bat? I don't know. I wouldn't want to rush him back now at this point. And I was gonna say less time on the field, less chances of him getting hurt, but he also fell off a fucking bike. So
Okay, all right. Let's lay it out. I say you got to sign one free agent. You got to sign one.
Brandon Nimmo.
No, pitching.
Oh, pitching.
Say Bassett. Let's just say Bassett.
Justin Verlander and Jake DeGrom, obviously no. Yeah. Bassett a free agent. I mean,
Okay,
I think
so-
that makes sense.
then-
Bassett's a solid, middle of the rotation kind of a piece that I think would make sense.
Yeah, and then I say your Heim Bloom. You sit down. You say one of Waka or Evaldi. It has to come back.
Waka, I think.
I don't know.
I'm going
I don't know.
Nate.
I do not think this is sustainable. I think some team. I think the Texas Rangers are going to give him the bag.
Well, yeah, if they come around like 5 years, 15 per or something like that, then
Hold on,
you know what,
Bassett's going to be 34 next year.
Whoa, that is older than I thought.
Maybe I
That's a
take that
game
back.
changer.
Yeah, maybe I take that back.
Waka and Evaldi, welcome back to Boston.
Just bring him back.
Yeah, right. Run it back.
Run it back.
Just Nate scares
Bayo's
me going
him.
forward.
Bayo's my number 2. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
That's my ace.
Evaldi scares me going forward, man.
Waka scares me going forward.
Not as much.
What do you
as,
think? He's just good all of us? He's 32 or something. What? He just figured out how to pitch?
I think so, maybe. Like, I think we may have
No.
unlocked something there. I think so.
Hey, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. You're right.
They may have
maybe.
found something there. Evaldi just the injuries keep mounting up with him.
No, they do. They do.
The velo drops have been
he-
concerning. And I understand it wasn't sustainable how many balls he kept in the yard last
hope,
year with the home runs, but I mean
you
that
hope
went way
Mata-
up this year.
Or Mata. How do you pronounce his name? The
Mata.
prospect. I guess you hope he pulls a Bayo this year, or like going into next, and he can slot in some because
Merrill Kelly's not only, but is also going to be 34 next year.
oh jeez,
I mean, maybe
you guys are old.
instead of Bassett and spending the money, maybe just
No, but spending
Give him
money
a-
is better than trading guys.
give him a Connor Siebold and a Bobby Dahlback.
That's the player
Yeah.
I think I'm done. I think I'm all set with. He really is not good. Oh, Pavetta. We still have Pavetta. I forgot about him.
That's true. Pavetta's your opening day
He's a
starter.
5. He's a 4 or 5.
He's so helter-skelter.
I mean, he's fine as a bottom. I thought maybe he could make a push to be like a 3.
Like he was
He's not.
great in May and June.
Yeah, that's
and
not
then
him.
he fell off a cliff.
All right, so say we're all healthy on opening day. We're Sale, Bayo, Pavetta. That's who we have right now.
What about Cutter Crawford?
Oh yeah, I forgot he's hurt, right?
Cutter day.
I'd let him be my 5 on opening day see if he can handle it.
Yeah, I'd be fine with that.
And then you sign someone. Fuck, that sucks though. That's really bad.
No, that doesn't sound
Yeah.
good. Now that we're breaking it
That
down,
doesn't breaking it down. No, it doesn't move me.
we're looking at the nuts and bolts.
God, I hope we're not in the dirt next year, but
We could be.
we could very well be in the dirt. We're in the dirt right now, though, so how much worse can you get? Knock on wood, hopefully it doesn't get any worse.
I mean, yeah, you gotta hope Mata can fuck around and come up next year. I think. Or this Brandon Walter character.
Josh Winkowski decides to miss some bats every once in a while. That'd be nice.
It's weird they haven't just been like, go pitch in the bullpen, Josh. Like, it's clearly not working for you.
Because he can give you 2 or 3 good innings at a time.
Yeah, let him pull back a little bit more.
Totally,
get a couple miles per hour on there.
Yeah, totally different, profile of a pitcher, but it almost reminds me of Buchholz. Buchholz would have like 1 horrible inning, then he'd give you 4 like clean innings after that. You know what I mean? It just you don't know when the cherry bomb was going to come. But besides that, he'd give you 4 solid innings.
They talked like they were going to make Whitlock a starter, didn't they?
Fuck that.
I know, I don't agree with it, but that would make the offseason quite a bit easier.
Yeah.
Or Houck. Houck was a good starter. I don't know why they went. It's because he wasn't vaccinated is why they went away from it. But
yeah, we keep forgetting about Houck, man. Whether he's a closer.
That's done. The vaccine thing is over, I think,
yes,
in Canada.
I saw. Yep, it ends. It ends
so Tanner,
like
you know what?
Early next
week.
He's my
4. He's my 4.
There you go.
I guess I would, with Houck and Whitlock, it's like, I know the bullpen's terrible, but you maybe try them both and see what they've got to start. It's like, it's just harder. I don't know.
Whitlock's long-term projection, it always seemed to be that at some point he was going to be stretched to be a starter, full-term starter. And I always kind of rode with that as the long-term goal. I always got that. I always agree with it. I still think I lean that way, but now I'm not as sure. I don't know. Because, man, he is so effective out of the bullpen. He's so good in high leverage spots. And there's something to be said about that. Obviously, it's more valuable, if he can give you 6 innings once or twice a week. And as it stood for this team, he made more sense to be a reliever. But, yeah, I guess that's a question they're going to have to answer going forward. I know that's a cop-out of an answer. I still think I lean wanting him to be a starter in the long term. But if they keep him in the pen, then I certainly can't argue with that because I can't argue with the results. He's been so freaking good late in the game. With his little country twang song.
I think
I think would be interesting.
Go ahead, Liam.
And who's a free agent starting pitcher? Mike Clevenger. I would take a look at
Doesn't he suck?
He stinks now.
He's not very good this year. But 17 through last year was fine. So give him a show. Just give me a show me contract.
The scrap heap. Yeah, one of those.
If it's that, then yeah, maybe. But
yeah, no, I'm not saying let's count on him. But I'd throw him a Waka type deal.
Listen, I don't. This year we sucked, so it doesn't matter. But if we were in the race and what happened to our pitching staff this year happened in a pennant race, that can't happen. You cannot go into the year with 5 guys who all can break at any point again. You can't do it. That's not how you build a success. Pavetta's I think our only guy that hasn't missed.
Pavetta's been the only. He's your
when
rock.
Nick Pavetta's your horse, I think you've got some problems.
Horse by elimination.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I guess where I'm at is the offense. So long as Devers and Bogarts are back, which is not a given, but the way things are going, I think they kind of have to do that. The more they've sucked this year, you go get a Nimmo, and then you really can just leave. You do not have to touch the offense after that. It's fine. Going into next season, you're good. You even have Eric Hosmer on your bench. I mean,
for free.
Yeah, and then just focus on the pitching. Rest of the offseason.
I already forget that he exists.
Yeah, I mean, hey, that's a good guy to have on the bench.
You know what's going to happen? We're going to end up with Carlos Carrasco on a 3-year deal.
Cookie.
He's going to be 37 next year. All the pitchers are so old. Andrew Heaney is walking through that door.
Andrew Heaney. That does seem like a Red Sox move. Oh, he pitched well in the Dodgers. He maybe unlocked some of that potential. Here he comes to Boston, and now he has a 6 ERA. Does feel like a certain thing that would happen to us.
This might be the most baseball we've ever talked. on this.
It might. What do
this
we? What do
here
we?
show.
What do we do with Rich Hill?
Kill him. Euthanize him.
The Squidward meme.
No,
We're gonna
I
kill
don't-
you.
I mean, I don't want him back. Listen, we joke. We always joke like it's time to be a family man.
How
It
has
is
he made-
actually time
How
for
has
Rich
he
Hill.
made 24 starts this year?
Rich Hill, you are 40. What is he? 43.
Yeah, age
Something
40,
like that, yeah.
next year will
Like-
be his age
like,
43
dude,
season.
It is actually time to be a family man, Rich.
He's gonna die on that hill, man. He's literally gonna die on the hill. He's gonna.
Pavetta's made 31 starts.
Rich Hill is like if Tom Brady was average.
Just still hanging around.
Just hates his family, doesn't want to go home.
Rich Hill. What I would do with him, I would offer him a special
a
consultant
coaching
role.
job. Let him let Rich Hill go catch in the bullpen or something.
No,
He
like
can stick-
assistant to the special coordinator, like some pillow
But as
for
I
an
say
office
that,
job.
his bitching the last couple weeks have kind of pissed me off. So maybe I don't want him around. Maybe he's a
that's
bad
fair.
influence on these guys. All he does
Whining
is
about
bitch.
a guy like Kevin Plawecki.
Yeah, shut up,
Like,
dude.
dude, you are ancient.
Dude, worry about your own game, Rich.
Plenty there to talk about.
Plenty of there to keep you busy.
Yeah, there it is. That's the line.
Yeah, it's okay.
Close enough.
You guys
Maybe
got
just
any
go
fun
after
plans?
great glue guys, you know?
Any
maybe
fun plans?
Maybe a Mike Napoli.
I'm dropping the baseball
Shane
talk.
Victorino.
It's making me sick. It's making me sick. You guys got any fun plans this week?
I'm going to the game tomorrow.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I bought a cheap standing room one. It was really only because of the bobblehead. So I might not even
Oh,
stay.
that's maybe I'll go too.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll stay, but I'm going to get that bobblehead.
I'm gonna text you when I'm in class, and because I have to walk by Fenway to go home, so maybe I'll just peel in, get my bobblehead, and just
Get the hell out of there.
yeah. I'll figure it out. Fitz, you anything fun?
Not this weekend. I think I'm just kind of kicking it this weekend. Next weekend, I think, is apple picking time. So I'm going to be in sicko mode.
Yeah, I'm going
Can't
to
wait.
Vermont next weekend.
Ooh, whereabouts?
Ooh.
Woodstock.
There you go.
Yeah.
Apple picking there.
Yes.
Apple cider donuts, things of that nature.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Corn
That sounds
mazes.
good.
I'm going home this weekend, actually.
Ah,
The great state of Connecticut.
CT.
Yeah.
Connecticut.
Yeah.
I love apple picking. I'm a big apple picking guy.
What's the Connecticut like state motto? What are they known for? You know how like Jersey's the
we're
garden
nutmeg
state? Is that what they call themselves?
Yeah.
The nutmeg state?
Yeah, or the Constitution state. We're also that.
Interesting.
The Constitution state.
That sounds pretty good.
Was
Yeah,
the
I guess.
Constitution signed in Connecticut? What?
No, I don't believe
No,
so.
wasn't it?
Yeah,
Was
no.
one of like weren't there like a bunch of constitutional conferences? See, now we're getting into American history. We cover it all here.
Yeah, exactly.
Unfortunately,
Delaware's the
guys,
first state, obviously.
I do have to leave and go to class.
Ah! Just as we're getting into the
I know. I just
18th
looked at the
century
clock.
talk.
It's like a 25-minute walk for me, and my class is at 6:30. So
Oh,
I think I'm gonna peel out. You guys keep going though. I love you both.
love you too.
Pick a good outro song for me, okay?
You're well.
ooh, we should brainstorm that, Fitz. I don't know what we got. No, give Jake. Have you guys seen the TikToks where they like play the outro music? I'll send
What are
them
you
to
talking
you.
about?
They're really good. They're hilarious.
Okay. Well,
So-
guys, you guys get into American history or whatever. Who cares? And
American History X going to the second straight week with that.
I'll text you. Go Sox.
Have
Bye,
fun in
guys.
class, pal.
Learn something. Bring us a fun fact back next week.
Okay, I will.
What'd you learn in class?
Okay, I'm gonna go now.
Gonna hold you to that.
Bye,
Okay,
Jake.
I got it. Bye. Okay, bye. Thanks.
Liam, you need to hold him to that with the fun fact.
Oh, I will. I'll try to remember. I probably won't, but maybe our listeners will remind me.
I was gonna bring up Smiling Friends to him because I watched Smiling Friends when I was sick
Oh,
last
we didn't
week.
even get to talk about his smiley bobblehead that he got off.
Ah! Fuck. That's on us.
Sorry, I mean we got caught up in the baseball. It happens.
Yeah, we got caught to the hot sprots talk, man.
Yeah. Trying to map the off season for Heim. It happens.
Yeah, doing like serious sports guy WPOL talk.
Yeah.
Call in to WPOL. This is the pod.
WPOL.
I'm Fitz in the afternoon here.
69.420.
Liam the big fella and Wild Jake. Call us in at 555.
Ira in the douche.
Dingo and the baby. Dingo and the baby. So yeah, Delaware's got to be what, the first state, I would imagine?
Yeah.
That's their nickname. What's Delaware's? Let's compare Delaware and Massachusetts state things. So Massachusetts is the Bay State. I know that. I'll give the point to Delaware there because just being the first state, like, that's pretty hard. Like, that's kind of cool. Delaware state motto: liberty and independence.
Hey, short and sweet.
Straightforward. 2 for 2. I know Massachusetts is. I want to make. It's a long one. I think it's by the sword we seek peace, but peace only under liberty.
Well, that goes kind
By
of
the
hard.
sword we seek peace, but peace only under liberty. Yeah, I think it's racist though. I think we're changing. Yeah, there's a commission right now in Massachusetts. Actually did a story on this at my job. There's a commission going around kind of looking into changing the state seal and motto.
I did hear about that.
There's a Native American man standing under a sword of a colonizer, or colonist, I believe, and then by the sword we seek peace, but peace only. And so it's kind of, you know what? Another point there for Delaware, maybe, just for not being problematic, just off the bat like that.
What? The Delaware state flag is very boring, as far as I remember.
So is the Massachusetts one, to be fair.
Yeah, it's like two farmers, like a farmer and a.
Well, again, we have the racist seal on ours, so that's got to be
okay.
Delaware
like
again.
I'm pretty sure the Maryland one, like half of it is.
The Maryland flag is cool.
Confederate-esque.
Oh, it's Confederate. Oh shit, that gets me canceled.
There's some connection there.
That's just a good rule. Just
there.
assume that there's going to be some Confederate.
There's going to be some. Everybody's got something.
Yeah, the Delaware flag has two gentlemen. One looks like a fancy man. One looks like a farmer. There's a cow in the seal and a ship. And then it says December 7th, 1787. I would imagine that's when it became a state. Or when it was like ratified, like when they ratified their constitution or some bullshit. What is the state bird of Delaware?
That's a great question.
Because I think it's a chickadee for Massachusetts. The Delaware blue hen. Jesus, man, Delaware running
I guess
up
that
the
would
score.
fucking make sense. I don't know how I didn't get that one.
Yeah.
I guess I'm not a resident, so.
I thought you were from Delaware.
No, Maryland.
Oh shit! Well, I have to start all over again, going Maryland.
That's why I was curious why you're sticking with
Maryland
Delaware.
still gets the flag. Maryland still gets the motto. I'm gonna guess, unless like Maryland's motto is incredibly problematic. Maryland motto:
strong deeds, gentle words.
Strong deeds. That's a. It's fatty matchy parole femine. Oh, it's Italian. Oh my god, it actually is Italian!
Yeah.
Oh, it actually is Italian. I said that as a joke. No, it's actually Italian. How about
Maryland, fascist state.
that? Yeah. Maryland is actually Italian for Mussolini. That's or vice versa. Mussolini, Italian, Maryland, same thing. Yeah, cooler flag, even though we have a challenge out for the Confederate.
We may have some issues there.
Maryland state bird. What is the state bird of Maryland?
It's going to be the Oriole.
Yeah, the Baltimore Oriole. Better times are ahead for the Baltimore Orioles. Double checking for Massachusetts. Again, I think it's the chickadee.
What's the Massachusetts state flower?
I'm going to guess it's a hydrangea, but I'm not sure. Wild turkey or black-capped chickadee for Massachusetts. So if it's a wild turkey, I mean, turkeys are hard to sell.
I saw some just the other day, some wild turkeys.
They're so stupid.
It was crazy.
The
they were
dumbest,
crossing the street with
dumbest
like, all
animals
their
in the
children.
world. Massachusetts state flower. The Mayflower.
Oh, what the fuck?
Duh. Why did I say hydrangea? Those are big
cut.
down Cape Cod. I know those are big down the Cape. Maryland State flower is a black-eyed Susan,
Yeah.
which makes sense
Badass.
because the Triple Crown race there, the black, what is it, Belmont?
Preakness.
Or Preakness, which is,
Right.
I think, the running for the black-eyed Susans. I think that's the nickname for the race. You know, the Kentucky Derby is run for the roses. Maryland State sport,
It's jousting.
it's jousting.
It
Ours
is
is basketball. Massachusetts wins that one. Fucking
It might be.
jousting.
It might officially be lacrosse at this point, but when I was growing up, it was jousting.
It is still jousting, according to Google.
That's
Massachusetts
crazy.
State
That one's crazy
sport.
to me. I learned that in like second grade, and it's stuck with me ever
Yeah,
since.
you got like the little sheets that it goes
Yeah.
this, that, the other.
All the facts.
So far, I think it's Maryland. Let's get Alex's. Pick a state something, like the official state blank of something. We're comparing Massachusetts and Maryland. I'll tell you if we already did it.
State motto.
We've already done motto.
Okay.
Maryland's is Italian.
What?
Strong deeds, gentle words, and it's arrivederci, gabagool. That's what they say in it. So we've done motto, we've done flag, we've done bird, we've done flower, we've done sport.
I wonder if you could find state ice cream flavor.
The state ice cream flavor. It's gonna be like
Whoa.
Old Bay from Maryland. That's a good one. Massachusetts state ice cream. It might be like
Probably just
state
like
dessert,
Itssss.
maybe state dessert.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm
The
not
Boston
finding
cream
anything with
pie.
Flavor.
Boston cream pie for
Oh.
us.
The Smith Island cake for Maryland.
What's
They're
a
really
Smith
good.
Island cake?
It's got like 1,000 layers. Wait till you pull up a photo of
Oh
it.
wow.
It's crazy,
Oh Jesus.
but they're really fucking good.
What's in it?
I mean, whatever you want, really. It could be fruit. It could just be plain chocolate, vanilla.
Anything in between.
You got options as long as it has like 1,000,000 layers. I think
Boston
it's
cream
good.
pie is delicious though. It's really really good. Big fan.
Fair. I can't go wrong there.
Okay,
That one's kind of a push.
Smith. Yeah, I'll call that a draw. I'll be respectful there. Massachusetts State Police. No. A state. Do they? Let's try the ice cream flavor again. Maybe they do. Maybe they'll be the tiebreaker for the dessert. Okay, so Food Network says cherry, which I don't buy. Cherry ice cream is delicious, though. I'm a big fan of cherry ice cream. Maryland does not have one. That point goes to the Bay State. What can you do?
That's tough.
Maybe there's a list. Official Massachusetts things.
Yeah, I'm trying to just find like a big infographic.
Beverage is cranberry juice for Massachusetts. That's a strong one. Who doesn't like some cranberry juice? Helps with UTIs.
Milk is the state drink of Maryland.
Are you a milk drinker?
It's milk. No, I mean unless I'm eating it with unless I'm having it with like cereal. I'm not just gonna drink plain milk. I drink plain chocolate milk.
Sometimes I like a nice thing of plain milk. I know that sounds like sicko behavior, but it's true. Helps strong bones, dude. Strong
If I'm eating
bones.
some Oreos, of course I want some milk.
Oh man.
But on its own, I don't know.
Milk's favorite cookie. All right.
True.
State insect is a ladybug for Massachusetts. State
Ooh.
fish is the Atlantic cod. Boston Terrier. State dog. That's a good one. Boston Terrier for Massachusetts.
It's gonna be the Chesapeake Retriever for Maryland.
You sniped
Yep.
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
Chesapeake Bay Retriever. How about that? Oh, I like those guys. Huh? Terriers are crazy. The official folk song of Massachusetts is Massachusetts by Arlo Guthrie, who you might know as the man who sang Alice's Restaurant Massacre, the famous Thanksgiving song.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, it's a
That's
long
a
song.
nugget. That's a nugget.
It's less of a song than more of a spoken word poem. Alice's Restaurant, not the Massachusetts. I don't know about the Massachusetts song. Massachusetts state or Maryland state folk song.
All I got is Maryland, My Maryland. That's like the state anthem.
We have All Hail to Massachusetts by Arthur J. Marsh. But I'm going to go ahead and say that those are both probably trash
Pretty
songs.
awful. Yeah, in Maryland, My Maryland is like sung to the tune of something terrible.
Do you have an official dance? Because ours is the square dance.
Ooh. Let's see.
I'm 100% serious, Allie Quinn. It's the square dance.
Ours is also the square dance.
Oh!
How about that?
It's always been the square dance. Always has.
Always has been.
How about a muffin? Ours is the corn muffin. I feel like we would probably like
Ooh.
a cranberry muffin would be ours.
I got nothing. Got nothing for the muffin.
Does it have just a general state food?
I mean, it just says the Smith Island cake again.
Again?
Yeah.
Not like crabs or anything?
Maryland State.
Massachusetts, it's got to be the baked bean, I would imagine. Which is disgusting. Yep. Well, the state bean is the baked navy bean. There you go. State berry, cranberry. State muffin is corn muffin.
I like corn muffins.
Corn muffins is good.
Good cornbread. It's tough to come by, but
Gotta have that good cone.
when you get it.
Yeah, it's solid. Put a little butter on that bad boy. Yeah. Heat it up just a little bit so it melts. Oh, state cookie.
Oh,
Ours, keep it straight up. This has to be one. You can't. At most you can tie this chocolate chip cookie. I mean, come on. That's,
oh yeah, ours are burger cookies. They're like very infamous. Or
burger
famous.
cookies.
Yeah, they're just like really thick plain cookies with a ton of chocolate on top of
Oh
them.
yeah, that's a lot of chocolate.
They're very
frosting on
difficult
that.
to eat, but people love them, and they are really good. But you can only eat like one of them because they're very rich.
If you could only keep chocolate chip cookies or Oreo cookies, what would you keep? I struggle with this question often.
What are the chocolate chip cookies homemade?
The aggregate of chocolate chip cookies, let's call it that. So like you get rid of chocolate chip cookies, yeah, you
It's
get
all
rid of the
gone.
homemade runs, but like so you also get rid of like Chips Ahoy or something. You know, it's chocolate chip cookies.
I'm saying
think
chocolate chip cookies.
I think I would keep chocolate chip cookies, but man, I am such a fucking whore for double stuffed Oreos. That would be such a tough.
You ever had the mega stuff? The mega stuffs are good.
I have not, no, but that
Yeah.
sounds right up my alley.
Hey, more stuff the better.
Official.
That's what I always say.
Yes, that buddy. Children's book is Make Way for Ducklings from Massachusetts. Great little book. If I would highly recommend. Love Make Way for Ducklings. We have an official Glee Club song, "The Great State of Massachusetts." Donut, Boston Cream Donut.
There you go.
Oh, you know what? This is the last one. Let's end on a bang here.
Okay.
Does Maryland have an official state dinosaur?
Ooh.
Because our state dinosaur is the Podokesaurus. Yeah, the Podokesaurus.
Ours is the Astrodon.
What does an astrodon look like?
It's the first sauropod discovered in North America,
Damn.
and the second American dinosaur to be scientifically described. It looks
Not
like
the-
I mean,
not
it just
the
looks like
first.
one of those big
Oh, the Podokesaurus
grass
is
eating one.
a creepy motherfucker. Ugh. It's a weird
I gotta
guy.
look him up.
Ugh. Oh, I don't like the Podokesaurus. Oh, we got the short end of the stick there.
Let me see.
It's got like a platypus lid, which is kind of cool. I like platypi, but
Hey, it looks like a chicken. That's fascinating.
I think Maryland's washing Massachusetts with these state things for the most part. I think our food is working, but what was the one for Maryland state dinosaur?
The Astrodon.
The Astrodon. Oh, Astrodon's cool as hell.
Yeah, it's a sweet name.
That's a very cool, hard name. Yeah, it's like a it's kind of like a is it what Brontosaurus?
Brontosaurus,
kinda?
yeah.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
kind of like a
that's
Brontosaurus.
Yeah, very similar.
For those who can't see, I know this is a audio podcast.
It's all right. We'll post photos.
Yes,
The out of context is going to be insane for this one.
I just sent the Podokesaurus, the Massachusetts dino, in there into our group chat, and Jake goes, "Dear God, what happened after I left?" You'll have to find out, Jay. They are, yeah. Oh yeah. All right, Liam. What are we ending with this week? What do we? It's your call.
I mean, I like Jake's.
Fast Car by Tracy Chapman.
Yeah, can't really miss with that.
Let's do Fast Car by Tracy Chapman. That works for me.
Season's winding down. Need something nice and easy.
And you really do have a fast car.
Yeah,
You really do. So
just cruising.
So for Jake, for Liam, for all the state dinos and birds and cookies and songs
All your
and
state fun facts.
racist figures and things of that nature, I'm Fitz. Thanks for tuning into this episode of Pod on Lansdowne. We'll be back next week. Hopefully normal time. Hopefully we're back to releasing on a Tuesday, or maybe we won't. We'll have to see what happens. Go Sox and go Astrodon.
Sox.